Hi, my name is Terry. My girlfriend's been working at a fast food restaurant for the past 9 years, but her real dream is to become an elementary school teacher. So every day I'm going to be coming on here and telling you guys stories about things that I think are cool or interesting, and then I'm going to teach you a little bit of Spanish until I can earn enough money to send my girl to teaching school, or until she finds out about this channel. So, since the year 2000, several court cases have been launched protesting the words "under God" in the Pledge of Allegiance. Most of these cases involved Michael Newdow, an ER doctor with a law degree, acting as his own lawyer. In the first case, he argued that his daughter's First Amendment rights were being violated because she was forced to watch and listen as her state-employed teacher in her state-run school led her classmates in a ritual proclaiming that there is a God and that ours is a nation under God. The child's mother, Sandra Banning, said that she shared the public's outrage with what Newdow did. On June 26, 2002, the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals in San Francisco ruled that Congress had actually violated the First Amendment by putting the words "under God" into the pledge in the first place in 1954. 2 out of the 3 justices ruled that the words "under God" in the pledge violated the Constitution. A response came quickly from politicians. President George Bush called the ruling ridiculous. Democratic Senator Tom Daschle called it just nuts. Senators and Republicans quickly passed a resolution condemning the ruling. Dozens of House members of both parties gathered on the steps of the Capitol to recite the pledge and to sing "God Bless America." In a Newsweek poll, 87% of Americans said they supported the pledge containing the words "under God," and only 9% opposed it. Those same Americans also said that there was no reason at all for the government to avoid promoting religion. In his dissenting opinion, Justice Fernandez argued that the phrase in the context of the pledge is not religious, therefore it is constitutional. Another term used to describe this is ceremonial deism. Basically what this means is that phrases like "under God" or "in God we trust" don't hold significant religious meaning. Rather, they just serve a ceremonial purpose. But that's where he runs into trouble. A significant number of religious leaders offered this argument to the Supreme Court. They said that if the language is taken seriously as a religious declaration, then it should be removed from the pledge because America is a diverse country with multiple different religions and cultures, and the language shouldn't be imposed onto those citizens. They argued that if the language is just a formality and it's not taken seriously, then it should be removed anyway, because from a Christian perspective, it forces the children to take the Lord's name in vain. Ultimately, the Supreme Court was spared from having to make an official ruling on the case because it declared that Newdow didn't have the standing to bring the case at all, due to him not being the custodial parent of the child in question. So, what do you think? Should the Pledge of Allegiance contain the words "under God," or does Newdow have a point? How would this case have been different if it were brought today as opposed to in the early 2000s? The Spanish I'm going to be teaching you today is Separación de la iglesia y el estado. Separación de la iglesia y el estado. And what that means is separation of church and state. If you like this video or you learned something new, drop a like down below. If you have a specific topic that you'd like to see me cover, drop a comment. And if you'd like to support this work that I do, there'll be a link to the Cashapp in the description box below. We'll see you next time.